Big exciting news to start your afternoon as 4 senatorial contenders out of Georgia say they're going to give you a $2,000 stimulus check. Republicans, not so much. A major new breaking development minutes ago as 11 GOP leaders in the Senate who don't want to give you a stimulus check, in fact, don't even want to talk about a stimulus check and rather talk about the Electoral College. With 3 days to go to determine the balance of power in the Senate, could this change the Senate from red to blue and actually get you your $2,000 stimulus check faster than thought before? Millions of Americans are waiting for that $2,000 stimulus check. It's going to happen. But now there seems like there's more push to get it done, as the brains behind people like Ron Johnson simply have lost grip on how to get it done. Major developments across the board to actually get you your $2,000 stimulus check, as Ron Johnson goes south and others go north for your $2,000 stimulus check. This is big, great news on Afternoons at LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Afternoons at LALATE with great, exciting news about your $2,000 stimulus check in a weird, convoluted way, as the people who would give you the $2,000 stimulus check stay on point, and the people who don't want to give you even the $600 stimulus check are going the wrong direction in the eve before the critical election that's all determined based upon a stimulus check. If you've not subscribed, please do. Please go to the first channel, subscribe, because no one's making convoluted conversations and convoluted details simple. And the Georgia races are not particularly easy to digest until you look at the stimulus check. Also, hit that alert button and like this video. In this video, I'm going to go over why the 2 Georgia Senate races are singly being determined by the $2,000 stimulus check, how the $2,000 stimulus check will come to fruition in the next few days, and why did AOC rush out a Cash Act $2,000 stimulus check bill with bad language. I have all this details and all the breaking developments minutes ago from the Senate, and let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that if you're in Georgia today, the airways are being smashed with commercials about, is this person going to give you a $2,000 stimulus check? And is that person going to give you a $2,000 stimulus check? The election on Tuesday for 2 Senate seats is a referendum on who is going to give you the $2,000 stimulus check. And ironically, all 4 candidates say they will, but there hasn't been a $2,000 stimulus check bill that has been put to a vote. Why? Let me back up. Shortly after the president called for a $2,000 stimulus check bill, AOC said, you know what, I revised your bill in the last half hour. Here you go, it's ready to go. Unfortunately, she didn't proofread her work, because what she ultimately did was leave the high-end element of the second stimulus package bill in place, and by doing that, had created a bill that gives a $9,000 stimulus check to people who made $250,000. Just okay, AOC, that's a blunder. $250,000 2019 earnings, sure, you get a $6,000 stimulus check. $350,000 2019 earnings, congratulations, you get a $6,000 stimulus check. Not logical. As Bernie Sanders said, there's no stimulus check for rich people in there. Oh yeah, there is. He messed up. He did not realize that AOC and ultimately Nancy Pelosi in the House passed the Cash Act, which actually is socialism for rich people, giving $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 stimulus checks to people over $250,000. So the Cash Act is now not going to become a law. It's going to die in the Senate. And when the House reconvenes in a couple of days with a new session and a new bunch of congressional leaders sworn in tomorrow, they will do a new Cash Act. That's not the problem. The question is what's going on with the GOP. The GOP certainly has a few people who don't want to give you a stimulus check. We know those people. But with 3 days until the Georgia Senate races, because you would presume those three people don't want to give you a stimulus check would keep their mouth shut. They're not. Minutes ago, Ted Cruz, Ron Johnson, and about 9 other disenfranchised Republicans said, you know what? I don't want to give you a stimulus check. I'm not going to give you a stimulus check. But next week, I'm going to do something else. We're going to invalidate elections, and, that will also take at issue the Georgia races. Wait a second. This is not the time to deflect away from a $2,000 stimulus check. The 4 candidates running in Georgia are trying to run on a platform that whether they're Republican or Democrat, they're going to give you a $2,000 stimulus check. Don't matter what party I am, I'm going to give you a $2,000 stimulus check, so vote for me. And then the GOP comes out and says, no, we're not focusing on $2,000 stimulus checks next week. This could actually change the balance of power on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we will decide whether the Senate goes blue or the Senate remains red. But ultimately, with that 11th hour push, you would assume the push is about a stimulus check. And needless to say, Ted Cruz says, no, my push is about election commissions. That's not a good idea. Mitch McConnell thinks it's not a good idea either. Mitch McConnell had told his Republican leadership to zip it and stay quiet and just float into the election with a $600 stimulus check, and that should be sufficient. He was heard on a voicemail, on a phone call no less than 3 weeks ago saying, I gotta send a $600 stimulus check out for Georgia. Loeffler's being pummeled in the polls. And so he thought a $600 stimulus check would get people to vote red. Well, that didn't work because now the airways are flooded with people saying, we're not happy with $600. Where's our $2,000? Where is our $2,000? So are you getting a $2,000 stimulus check, and when and how and by what means, and why is this taking so long? Yes, and because of AOC. You are going to get a $2,000 stimulus check. This is not going to be third stimulus check or third stimulus package. This is not going to be multiple stimulus checks. This is not going to be the first of 20 stimulus checks. This is a standalone fix-it bill to fix the bill that was just signed by the president last Sunday in Mar-a-Lago, to fix the first stimulus package that was passed in March. How's it going to fix it? The one that was signed last Sunday provided a $600 stimulus check for individuals, $600, double that amount for married couples, and a $600 check for children, but no check for adult dependents. The fix-it of the Cash Act 2020, which will ultimately have to be fixed itself, is to raise it from $600 to $2,000. So you will get another $1,400. And then if you're a married couple, double it, children, $1,400 as well. And if you're an adult dependent, you would get the full $2,000 because you're not getting a stimulus check under the second stimulus package. But there's more. There is more. You would get a retroactive stimulus check if you're an adult dependent because you did not get a first stimulus check under the first stimulus package. Sounds sort of obvious, not sort of complicated. That's exactly the case. Ironically, in the last week, we have heard nothing of the following 2 items. 1, we've heard no one on the Republican or the Democrat saying they don't like paying adult dependents. That's interesting. So why not just agree on agreeing on paying adult dependents? That doesn't seem to be a battleground at all. But 2, we've had no one in the Democratic leadership admit that they made a drafting error. AOC is unavailable for comment. Nancy Pelosi, unavailable for comment. So when you ask them, why did you have a $9,000 stimulus check in there for people who made over $300,000 last year? I'm crushing them. I'm crushing the New Year's. I'll check back with me next week. And there you go. Tomorrow, the congressional leaders, a new flock of sheep, will be sworn in. The question is whether they're going to realize first item of business is Cash Act 2.0. Yes, they will. The great news, it really only takes about 3 days to get this done. 1 day to introduce the new House, the new Cash Act. Second day to send it to the Senate, and the third day for a president to sign it, depending on what day of the week they choose to have that president du jour to sign it. And we're done. And we're done. And how fast would you receive it? About 48 hours later, we now know. We learned this last week that Steve Mnuchin can press a button and IRS can send a stimulus check electronically to your account in about 48 hours. So imagine, the moment at which AOC fixed her language, sends it to the House, you count out no less than 5 days to get the check. Yes, that's the incredible new routing times we have here. So yeah, you're going to get $2,000 stimulus check, just not this weekend, not tomorrow, not Monday, not Tuesday, but shortly thereafter. Now, the big news is that Monday is Moolah Monday. Monday is Moolah Monday. Why is Monday Moolah Monday? Because Monday starts all the deliciousness of the second stimulus package provisions. Some of them have started already, like SNAP. I'll get to that in a second. But most of the Moolah Monday will center around the programs that are about to go live sooner rather than later. And then there's the programs that are later rather than sooner. Which ones are later rather than sooner? Let me go over those. The money for rent being routed to states, routed to cities, routed to counties, and then you apply, and then they respond back, and then so it just sounds like it's slow. Next. Utilities, same thing, slow. Free internet, slow. It's calling the phone company to come out. How quickly does the phone company come out? 3 weeks later. It's just slow. And then child care, also slow. So those 4 items, slow. But what is the lickety-split stuff that's really super fast? Well, SNAP is the first thing. In fact, it's so fast that viewers have already gotten paid SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits started on January 1, but some viewers reported getting the increase on December 31st. It's automatic. It's a 15% increase automatically if you have SNAP benefits. Some viewers said they didn't see it yet, so expect maybe a few days for you as well. It goes from January to June. But there's an add-on as well you can get that you do have to call about. And that's called Pandemic EBIT. If you have a child who is staying at home because his or her school is closed because of the pandemic, well, then call up SNAP and then ask to get Pandemic EBIT, which is about $114 additional per month for you to pay for their food to stay at home. There you go. SNAP, if you're not on SNAP, you should get on SNAP. Call 211 or go to the DOA's website, Department of Agriculture. And it pays up at about $1,400 for a family of 4 in Hawaii. So there you go. Go get it. So what else is on Moolah Monday? Moolah Monday will also feature the re-advent of PPP no less than a few hours later. Viewers are wondering what day PPP and EIDL and Rancher Stimulus kicks in. It will be literally in the next few days. If it's not Moolah Monday, it's Twisty Tuesday or Way Out Wednesday. That's when this money is going to kick in really fast, and you need to kick into it as fast as you can go. The money is first come, first serve. It's not like they got money for everyone. And ultimately, you're going to see the cows rushing to get the money before you, as always. So you want to get that money first. PPP going to go live. SBA, but of course you don't apply at SBA, you apply through your banks. Next, EIDL grants for inner city businesses. That'll go live on sba.gov. Then stimulus for ranchers and farmers, that will go live. Not quite sure who's going to underwrite it. It might be DOA again, or it may be SBA, or it may just be a stimulus check. I think it's DOA, and it sounds like it's an application you apply for. And then FPUC. FPUC is already active. It is already active. It is, by a matter of law, already active. But when you're going to see that money, not this week. Next week, no. Week after, no. I expect FPUC to be slow coming to you. Very slow. Slower than how Ron Johnson thinks. I expect FPUC to just come slowly. And it'll come as slow as your UI and PUA. What you need to do for UI and PUA is make sure you certify for benefits every week. If you are inactive, they're going to switch you to active. And as soon as they do, make sure you certify for benefits. That delay time may kick in over the next few weeks. Viewers are asking, from Florida to California to Texas to Ohio, why am I still inactive? Why does it show I have still expired? When am I going to be active? It's going to be Moolah Monday or Twisty Tuesday or Way Out Wednesday. It's only going to blink, and it's going to go from inactive to active. And then you got to certify quickly. But even if you certify quickly and you get that UI and PUA week certified, and you get the FPUC on top of it automatically, expect confusion thereafter. Viewers may see the FPUC land on a different day than the UI. Viewers may not show the FPUC post to their actual portal because some states don't actually line item the FPUC. And some may see the FPUC paid separately from the UI and even from a different manner. paper check versus electronic. Yes, I've been reporting this for a while. If you did not catch overnight LALATE, EIDL is at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then PUA is at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and FUC as well, because it's important to understand how you get these things, how you apply, and how they manifest themselves as well. Coming up after this is purple. That's state stimulus, and that's rent and utilities and food and more. And it's going to get a new infusion, as I just said, with the second stimulus. How you get that and how you get the money, very important, and how important it is. Now, I'll also explain in that video. Then after that, I'm back with third stimulus check and third stimulus package, followed by being a Mitch. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, stay at LA for more.